I thought I might address the old ISO-E super issue. There's a successful fragrance called Molecule 01, and its maker put out a statement that the note, what it smells of, is ISO-E super. What it actually is a particular version of that molecule, which is the strongest one. So ISO-E super you can use at 20% in a fragrance. So you can have that 20% and add other things to it. But if it's just going to be ISO-E super, you can use 2 parts in 10 by weight, 1 in 5. But if you just use ISO-E super, you cannot get the exact same effect as Molecule 01, because that material that they use, eccentric molecules, they use a captive. And the captive is one that's still in patent, so the method of extracting this particular isomer is under patent, so it's secret, so you can only have it if you go to that company to have your perfume made. So all those bottles of ISO-E super pretending to be Molecule 01 on Tinternet are actually not. But Molecule 01, Molecule 01, you might as well buy a lovely bottle. Have it packaged properly in the way that it's supposed to be. Printed indeed by Poshpack. The bottles for that come from Poshpack. But if you want to dilute some ISO-E super and wear it safely, then I'm very happy to show you how. But it's not a pheromone. What else is it not? I mean, it could possibly work as an aphrodisiac only if it's attached to somebody who's kind and lovely, I think. So I've got my little scale here. This is my halfway to big. This was £20 and I bought it off the internet, but it's the tear button is already worn out and the on-off button is on its way out after a year or so of use. So there are reasons. I mean, it's accurate. I've measured it against my expensive scale, which was about 12 times more expensive. It's accurate enough, but they're not robust, these things. So you can buy a cheap, accurate scale for a short while if you're not going to use it very much. If you're going to use it a lot, you've got to go up the quality scale. It turns on, it turns off. Quality scale. Yeah, the quality scale, up the quality scale, sorry. Yes. An electronic compact scale, SF400C it's called, I don't know why. So turn it on. I've got a Pyrex beaker here and I reuse these, we wash them in between, do not recycle them or throw them out immediately. I never throw glass out, but we keep these. So then you press the tear button and it resets to 0. So I'll fill this weirdy bottle with it, so I think that's about, I don't know, it's probably about 30 mils. I'll make 20 grams because ethanol doesn't weigh as much as water, so it's not 1-to-1. It takes up more space. ISO-E super. I would normally have a pipette and do this. Here we have. I'm now doing it normally. So we're going to make 20 grams, aren't we? I said. So 20% of that is 4 grams of ISO-E super. And this must be done by weight. You just be careful. Because 20% is, I mean, okay, fine, you can use what you like in the comfort of your own homes, but the agreed safe limit, which the perfume industry has all agreed, volunteered to sign up to, so that governments don't come around trying to ban everything we do, is 20% of this. And the reason is it's not about skin soreness, this is about how much of it gets into the atmosphere, because when you put it on your skin and it just evaporates, generally fine. Don't particularly want it things to be added to the water system that biodegrades slowly. It biodegrades, but biodegrades quite slowly. So we restrict the amount that's going in. That's its issue. So I have 4 grams of soy super there. Then we can use the squirty bottle to add. I'm going to top this up to 20 grams so that then that becomes 20%. Sweet, isn't it? It's got a little hole in it on purpose, so it squirts like this, because it's really for cleaning, it's not really for squirting, but it's, I find it handy. 19.46. I'm using a 2 decimal point scale because you can't really measure even a drop to less than that, so there's not a great deal of point using 3 decimal places if you can't reproduce it. It's a maths thing. So now I'm swirling it a little. Can you see that going? You can see it dissolving. I mean, I thought you might. Probably YouTube can't, but or Vimeo. But now it doesn't get stronger the longer you leave it. It remains at 20%. What it does is that it then, well, the ethanol and the isoy super, which is a fixative, essentially kind of stick to each other. So when it's quite young, it's a bit like tea or curry or whiskey. If you drink it straight away, no, don't drink it. Tea, that's the tea thing. If you smell it straight away, then the ethanol is still a little bit too keen to leave the building. If you leave it a couple of weeks, then it will feel more together as a mixture. It'll have blended in. It's like putting your water in your Ribena. You just, you don't leave the Ribena at the bottom or at the top, you just swirl it a bit. So I will use this slightly shonky bottle, which I've got off the internet, and pour this in there. So you've got your proper ethanol. So, oh, would you look at that? 20 grams sort of fits it. So it must be a 25ml bottle. Never try to get 25 grams of perfume into a 25ml bottle. It will not fit. So there's something you could be proud of. Now, is anyone going to buy this off you? Possibly not, but
Well, if you tell everyone that it's cheap molecule #1, then yes.
Do you want to put some on after, make yourself immediately irresistible?
Oh yes.
Makes all the difference, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't understand it personally.
It was very, very good marketing. Anyway, but it's in almost every fragrance, almost every modern fragrance there is already, it's already in there. So adding it to something else doesn't necessarily make a difference. If you're adding it to something like an essential oil blend of lemon, now that's not a bad idea, because it'll help stick the lemon down in place, so that will last longer. But it's not the secret thing that somehow all perfumers haven't heard of.
Yeah, so there are sort of conspiracy theories really on YouTube, aren't there, of people.
Yes, it's like, oh look, this is this magic that no one's telling you about. You add isoy super to your perfume and it'll be better. And there's already isoy super in there.
Yes.
There's probably already 20% strength isoy super in that fragrance.
I know look, I might be a conspiracy theorist here, but I know a really effective way to make your perfume last twice as long.
Put on twice as much?
Yes, or just put it on twice.
yeah, when it wears off, put on another lot. That's yeah. Look, I'm immediately going to make them last twice as long. I'm being silly, but yeah, we do know about Isoe Super and Ambrox and the musks and lots of lovely things which make perfumes last longer. And in fact, I do many films about it. One of them's called Clouds. You can look up the Clouds film.
Yes.
So
Another way to make a perfume last twice as long, of course, is sniff it half as much.
that'll definitely do the trick. Arthur. I don't think we can beat that. No,